Hey besties, you won't believe what I made out of these Dollar Tree wood ovals.
Dollar Tree wood oval hack. Well, first of all, this piece has some weird dents in it. They're never the same. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna use one of those oval thicker pieces and this little succulent planter that had a magnet on the back and then a succulent. It's not the one that came with it. And then my moss and celery chalk paint by Waverly. Around the outside edge, not the very top, I'm going to use the moss colored. I'm going to dry it with my heat tool so I can move on. Then I'm going to take the celery color and I'm going to do the whole front. And then on the back, I'm going to do the moss again. I just thought that would look really nice. And of course, I like to finish my backs. And then I'm going to take some polyurethane finish and I'm going to put it all over the entire piece. Then I'm going to take a little sawtooth hanger that I got from Amazon. Just going to put it on there before I go any further. Now I'm going to take some of the rope that I got from Walmart and I'm just going to hot glue it around that edge. That way I didn't have to be so perfect about my painting on the edge. So just one strand all the way around. I'm going to use hot glue to attach that. Then I'm going to take that little container and I'm going to use the hot glue and I'm just going to put the rope or twine all the way around it and I'm just going to keep going around and around. Actually, I'm going to go around the first time and then I'm going to go just like a U-shaped over and over until it gets to the very middle and that finishes it off, which I'll skip ahead here so you don't have to watch me gluing everything. But I did want a piece along the back there so you wouldn't see the plastic. And I'm going to cut that piece off and see how I went around and around, but the edges at the top are rough. So I'm going to put some more pieces just around the top to kind of finish that off. It'll take about 3 pieces around to make it look done. And it's so cute. So I'm going to hot glue that right there onto the little oval. And that little copper looking flower, I didn't end up using that. And then I'm going to play around and see which is the best way to put my succulent in. And then I'm going to take a combination of reindeer moss and a little bit of the green moss. I'm just going to put it inside the little container or vase. And then I'm going to put the succulent right in there. Now, after this was done, I felt like it needed to be a little different. So I then took another one of those little containers and I painted it with the moss color and then I dry brushed with the white over the top and around the other on the outside. And I'm going to use that other one. I'm going to make a little beehive out of it. Can you see it? Anyway, this was easy. Let me know what you think or which one is your favorite. Oval hack. I'm going to take one of those ovals and a little home sign cut out of wood. And then I picked up this little doggy tail at IKEA, and then the burnt umber paint by Apple Barrel and the linen white Rust-Oleum chalk paint. I'm going to sand my wood round down, and then I'm going to remove the tag. And then I'm going to paint the entire front and sides with the linen white paint. I didn't do the back right away, and I really don't know why because I did that on all the other ones, but I do go back and do it later. I'm going to take that burnt umber paint, I'm going to squeeze a little bit out, and I'm going to take a little piece of a drop cloth that I had cut up, and I'm going to wrap it around my finger, and I'm going to use it to rub on the burnt umber paint as though it were a stain. And once I get it on and it's fully covered, I will take the side of that piece and I will rub off any excess, and it will create a stain-like, finish for this, and that's exactly what I wanted. It also doesn't smell, and it's so much less expensive than buying stain. So I love this color for that. Now I'm going to take the little plaque, I'm going to kind of position the homeward where I want it and the little doggy butt. And then I'm going to measure because I want to put a nail in that's deep enough that it won't keep the little doggy butt off the surface of it, but it also holds it in place while the glue is drying. Just an extra security. So I'm just going to hammer that in once I figure out where. And I know exactly how deep I need it to be because I'm testing it right now, and you can see right there, I made it so it goes all the way to the surface of the plaque. Then I looked at the back, I put my sawtooth hanger on, and I realized I need to paint this. So I do. I paint it and then I quickly dry it with my heat tool. Now I'm going to take the Beacon Fabric Tack glue and I'm going to put it all across the back of the letters, and then I'll take a little brush and spread it out and make sure I don't have any, pieces that are kind of like hanging between the letters. And then I will attach that to the front of the little plaque. These little plaques are so versatile. You can do so many different things with them. And I'm going to put that down, give it a little pressure, and it will dry very quickly. Next, I'm going to take some E6000 and I'm going to put that on the back of my little doggy butt hook. And I'm going to leave gaps between each little dot that I put on, because that's where the hot glue is going to go, just to help it dry faster so that I can keep working. So this was a triple whammy: a nail, E6000, and hot glue. It's not going anywhere. Now I'm making this for my mom. By the way, she doesn't have any animals, she just wants it. And then I noticed I forgot to do that little back part that's hanging over, so I went with burnt umber and I got that taken care of. And that's it. How cute is this? I absolutely love it. I'm sure my mom's gonna love it. And you have to let me know what you think. Tree hack. I'm going to use this flat oval wood piece. It's not as thick as the other one, and I'm going to show you the difference right here between the two, but they're both still oval and they're still wood. You can find these at Family Dollar also. And then I ordered these half beads on Amazon. They're in my Amazon store. And then these are stickers I got at Walmart. And then I have some rub-on transfer letters from the Dollar Tree. And what I'm going to do is create a sign to put outside of our bathroom. It's going to say the loo, which I think is super cute. It's what they say in England, and I just love that. I'm just going to take my half beads and place them all around. I'm going to kind of start with the four edges, if you will, and then work my way in and try to make it so that they'll be evenly spaced. And then I'm going to use some wood glue, and I'm just going to place them one at a time. I'm going to use a little brush to put it on there so I don't get a lot of excess. I'm just going to go ahead and place them all the way around until I get them all. And then the last one I had to sand around the edges a little bit to make it fit because it was super tight, but it worked. And there it is, all done. Now I'm going to take my Rust-Oleum chalked linen white paint. I'm going to do 2 coats on the front and back, and I'm going to work my way through all those beads, all around the edges and in the little nooks and crannies. And then once it all dries, I'm going to use my polyurethane clear coat to go ahead and put that on the top. But first, I'm going to take my letters. I want to use my Waverly ink chalk paint, which is black. I'm going to do 2 coats on the letters, get all the way around the edges. And I use tape to attach them to that paper so they don't move around, especially when I dry them. And then I'll do that second coat. And there is that polyurethane. I'm going to put that on there as well. And here we go with that for the oval piece. I just want to make sure that there's a nice smooth surface for my rub-on transfers to stick to. And I'm going to use a little ruler and just try to find my center. And with these, I'm just using my fingernail because they're so small. And then I use my little Cricut weeding tool to pull off the plastic. And then always remember to rub down on top and burnish them so that there's no edges that are still sticking up. Because believe it or not, if there are, it can become a problem later. Now I'm going to position my word loo and just try to figure out how I'm going to put that on there. And I'm going to use my Beacon Fabric Tack glue to attach those right there. That way I control how much goes on and there won't be anything like really oozing out of the sides. I didn't want to do hot glue for this. I really want to make sure it's stuck on there long term. This is so cute. I've got this piece that can go on the wall and then you can attach the sign so it's sticking out, not flat on the wall or on the door, but sticking out. I don't know if the piece I have is going to work. If not, I'll try to rig something. So for this video, I won't be able to show you that hanging up on the wall, but in the meantime, at least you'll get to see it. This was super easy. It's so cute, and I absolutely love it. I've seen people do powder room signs or bathroom, but I thought the loo was a little different, and I absolutely love it. I hope you guys like it too. That's the piece I was talking about. It's a very heavy metal, so I'm not sure if it's going to work. I may have to pick something a little bit lighter, but that's how it would look sideways. Dollar Tree wood oval hack. I'm going to take this wood oval, and then I've got these gorgeous rub-on transfers redesigned by Prima. I'm going to use my Rust-Oleum chalked linen white paint. I'm going to paint the entire front and back of this piece and dry it with my heat tool. You know, I do that just so I can keep moving. But you guys know I'm impatient. And now moving on to the back. And then I'm going to take some Waverly ink paint, which is black, and I'm just going to paint around the edges, everything but the very flat top. And then I'm going to take some Mod Podge and cover flat front surface. I'm going to add a sawtooth hanger on the back. Got that at Amazon. And then there's the transfer that I decided to use. It's the cow that shows you all the parts of it that are, you know, what we eat, that's meat. Well, it's all meat, but you know what I mean. Anyway, I thought it was super cute. I'm just trying to find the exact positioning for it, because once you set it down, there's no turning back. So you have to have it in the right spot. I'm going to use a little scraper tool. And of course, I'm not going to show you how long I really did, but I really went over this thing. And then I very slowly pulled it off to make sure everything was adhering. And it did, so I was able to keep going. Otherwise, I would have laid it down and scraped a little more. Now I'm going to use my hand and burnish. You can also use a very soft cloth for that as well, but you definitely want to do that step whenever you do any kind of transfers. And then I'm going to use my Minwax 1 Coat Polyurethane top coat, and I'm just going to put that all over the entire piece, front and back. And you guys, it's so cute. I love it. Oval round hack. I'm going to take one of the oval rounds, of course. And then I found these lemons at IKEA, and they were on sale from $4.99 to $3.59. And there's quite a few in there, and I thought that was a pretty good deal. And then I've got some, you know, little leaves that left over from some pics and some other ones. And then my burnt umber paint by Apple Barrel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my mister that I got on Amazon. I'm going to get a little bit of the burnt umber paint. I'm going to mist all over my little wood oval, and then I'm just going to start putting the burnt umber on there. And what it does is it just glides over the top and it waters it down, and then you can move it around very easily and get the desired look that you want. So then I turned it around, got the other side with some of the mist, and just continued on. And you just keep adding more and more of the burnt umber paint until you get the look you want. If it's too light, add more of the paint. If it's too dark, add more of the water. And this is such a nice way of doing this to give it that really nice stained look, but without the wood absorbing it too quickly. I'm going to take my heat tool and dry it. And then I'm going to do the same thing to the back, but I don't need to be quite as careful about it because the back, you know, you won't see it very much. And then I'm going to put the polyurethane 1 coat all over the front and back. Once that dries, I'm going to take these larger wood beads that I got on Amazon, and I'm going to put them, there's no corners, but if there were, you know, put 4 of them on the bottom. And I'm going to use a combination of E6000 and hot glue so that it will dry right away with the hot glue and then stay very well with the E6000. And here we go. I'm just going to do that with all 4 of what becomes my little legs, but they're the little wooden beads. And I'm going to keep them natural. I think it's a nice contrast. Now I'm going to put the hole against the wood so that when it's sitting down, you don't see the bottom hole because it's laying on top of it. It's the best way, I think, to put them. Plus, it gives it a little bit of more of a flat surface to lay on. And I can squeeze that hot glue right into that hole so it oozes out when I turn it over, and that'll help with the hold. There we go. So now I have a little riser. Now I could have made it taller, but I like those beads a lot. So I'm going to take 3 of these lemons. Now, I thought they were going to be styrofoam and I was going to cut them. Now listen to this. Oh my gosh, had no idea. They were like golf balls. Seriously, they felt like golf balls. So now I'm going to hot glue this greenery right on into the middle. And then I'm going to tack down each of the 4 leaves because I want them to lay a little more flat. The lemons are going to be sitting up high enough. And then I'm going to do again E6000 and hot glue combination with the 3 lemons and place them where I want. And then those last 2 little greenery picks, I'm just going to kind of hot glue them in between some of the lemons. This is so cute. You could set this on a shelf, on a tier tray. It's just adorable, honestly. It could be on another riser. You know, it's so cute and festive and bright. I love it for my kitchen, and I cannot wait to style it with all of the rest of my spring things. And if I want, this could stay up through the summer as well because it's just so bright and cheery. I don't know what it is about lemons. It's like lemons and oranges. They're just so fresh. Anyway, I really love that look. And I don't know, just makes you kind of happy. Makes me think of lemonade. Tell me what you think. How would you have done this? Would you do the same thing I did? Or would you have made it taller? It's also something that you could make 2 levels if you wanted by adding something taller between.
Are you ready for more inspiration? I've got another video here I think you will really like. Click on it. I will see you there. You are truly a blessing to me. Bye.